Have you ever thought about what it would be like if the world you know had a totally different set of instructions? That's what we're diving into today with silent signals. It's like we're looking at a brand new map for how to experience everything around us. So let's jump right in. Okay, let's kick things off with this really powerful idea. Just picture this. You're in a huge, bustling city. Everything's moving fast, but every single street sign is written in a language you've never seen before. For a lot of deaf people living in a hearing world, that's not just an idea, it's pretty much their daily reality. The places they want to go, friendships, jobs, passions, they're the same places we all want to go. It's just that the map to get there is written in a totally different code. So that leads to the big question, right? What do these silent signals actually look like? How does this different map really work in the real world? Let's dig in and find out. First things first, it's super important to get this. Deafness isn't just one thing. It's not a single experience at all. It's actually a huge spectrum, and every single person on it has a different story. Yeah, everyone's journey is completely unique. As you can see, some folks are born deaf. For others, hearing loss happens later in life. And then there are families where it's hereditary, passed down through generations, which creates this incredible long history of shared experience. Okay, so how do you bridge those communication gaps? Let's take a look at some of the tools of the trade, the things that make conversation happen. It's like there's a whole toolkit for communication. You've got sign language, which, and this is key, is a full, complete language. It has its own grammar and is just as complex as any spoken language. Then there's texting, which has been an absolute game changer. It's just instant, direct communication, no barriers. Interpreters, they're like these live bridges in really complex situations. And hey, even just a few basic gestures can make a huge difference for a quick, friendly chat. It's really easy to think of an interpreter as just a one-way translator, but that's not it at all. Their role is way more dynamic. Think of it as a two-way street. They're professionals who are basically facilitating a conversation. They're signing what's being spoken and speaking what's being signed, all to keep the conversation flowing smoothly for everybody. Hey, here's a fun one you can learn right now. A simple sign for puppy. You just scratch your ears, like a puppy would. See? It's really intuitive, right? And it kind of gives you a little peek into how creative and expressive sign language is. All right, let's shift gears a bit and talk about technology, because tech is literally remapping the everyday world, translating sounds into signals you can see and even feel. So, for instance, think about something super simple, like a doorbell. For a hearing person, you hear a chime, right? But in a lot of deaf households, that same exact event, someone at the door, triggers lights to flash around the house. It's the same exact information, just delivered through a totally different signal. Okay, think about how you wake up in the morning. For most of us, it's pretty simple. An alarm clock makes a noise, and that sound pulls us out of sleep. But what if you can't hear that sound? Well, then you might use an alarm clock that doesn't make any noise at all. Instead, it creates this super powerful vibration right under your pillow. One person actually described it as a mini earthquake. I mean, come on, you are not sleeping through that. Now let's talk about a really major piece of tech, the cochlear implant. And just to be clear, this is way more than just a powerful hearing aid. It's actually a surgical device. It bypasses the damaged parts of the ear and directly stimulates the hearing nerve, sending signals right to the brain that can be interpreted as sound. And what's really amazing is that the user can often adjust the volume and settings themselves, giving them direct control over their own sound environment. Okay, I want to tackle a really common misconception right now. How do deaf people experience something like music? Well, this next part is all about feeling the music and discovering a completely different way to listen. So, how does it work? A lot of the time, music is felt. Seriously. Many people can feel the deep vibrations from a bass line right through the floor, or by just putting a hand on a speaker. For those with cochlear implants, they can sometimes plug directly into an audio device. And yes, absolutely, so many deaf individuals play instruments, they sing, they go to concerts, they get to enjoy that whole full sensory experience. So navigating the world this way is obviously a really unique journey, and it's one that comes with its own set of challenges, but also some pretty surprising advantages. It really has this fascinating duality to it. On the one hand, yeah, there are some clear challenges, like trying to follow one conversation when you're in a big, noisy group, or, safety concerns like being aware of a fire alarm. But on the other hand, there are these really unique advantages. Just think about it. Having the ability to find complete and total silence just by taking off an implant. Imagine being able to escape all that sensory overload. That's something most of us will never get to experience. And that brings us right back to where we started, doesn't it? Navigating a city where all the street signs are written in a different code. It's just a great reminder that even though the journey might be different and the signals might be silent, the destinations we're all trying to reach as humans, well, they're exactly the same.
Look, at the end of the day, we all share this world. We're all navigating this city together. So maybe the final question to leave you with is this. What if we all just took a moment to learn a few new signs for the road we're all traveling on? Thanks for listening.